welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is Ayyo, and today I have Diante Scott. That is not what he goes by as an artist. I am Diante.
Sir.
And so we're going to be sitting down with Diante and asking him some questions. Now, he is a Caymanian artist. He's known regionally, internationally, and he has made, you know, a lot of accomplishments along the way. So Diante is a comedian. Diante does photography. Diante also does music, in addition to other things, right? So Diante, why did you want to get into music, or what made you want to do music?
It's funny how I got into music. So basically, I started off as a joke.
Okay.
Came from that whole comedy thing.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people doing it on social media. So I was like, let me just give it a try.
Yeah.
And then I got into it, surprisingly, because my friends were like, you know, maybe you should kind of take it seriously.
Yeah.
I did one track, and it sounded great. So I was like, you know what? This is how I express myself now.
So well, I know Diante because Diante and I went to the same school. We were in different houses. I think you were in, was it Dolphin?
Yeah.
I went in Tar Park.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No, it's not.
But you know, each house always disagrees on it. So you started off by doing a joke, which came into music, and so did you get bookings, and then you took it seriously. So did you actually get bookings and then something there, or did it take a while? Like what's the process like? Because I know it ain't easy.
So it did take a while to perform live, but I still kept on focusing on the music and creating side of things. I started to get myself on playlists so I can get heard all over the globe.
Yes.
So as of now, I think I have over 70,000 streams worldwide.
See, guys, let me tell you some international artists. I'm pulling me. I'm just a little old shrimp, you know what I'm saying? No man, that's like phenomenal, because I don't think people know the amount of work that goes into being an artist. Like, apart from us having stage names like iamdiante, we have a personal side to us where if you actually ask this, we're not really all about, I would say, the hype. You know how to have a good time, right? Put a good energy. But if you really look at it, personally, we're probably more like low key, don't want to really put drama, but you know, drama always seems to find us. And the thing is, what was that experience like when you realized, like, okay, crap, I made it? Was it if I reach 1,000 streams, then I made it? What was that goal for you that made it like, okay, I've reached it?
My first serious song on SoundCloud went first.
It's difficult sticking to one genre because then it limits your creative capacity. But is there a specific genre that you prefer out of all genres?
I feel R&B is more, it captures like emotion. Yeah. And I like that. Yeah. It helps me express a lot, like whatever I have in my mind. No matter what, you can put on an R&B beat and start singing, you're gonna feel captivated enough. So R&B would be
that kind of interesting, because I listened to this. I never thought I'd be an R&B person, because I thought it was very like, I'm not gonna say the word that comes up to my mind. It just, because like as a man, you know, in the Caribbean, you're supposed to be macho, aggressive. So R&B is like, it hits that feminine side, which is interesting. Is there artists that you look up to? Like you revere either, okay, I know I'm going to cause problem if I say is there artists that you look up to in Cayman. Is there artists that you look up to, whoever? It could be whoever. If the person is
yeah, well, I am highly inspired by the driven young Fusion, Bruce.
Fusion is good. He has a sick beat. I think
he's great.
He dropped a beat, I think it was in the early teens, somewhere between 2010 and 2015, and that beat, I think everybody uses that beat.
I think it's
it's sick.
It's used everywhere. I know what you're talking about. It's with Dread Pit.
Yes, that beat.
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
movements.
That I was like, yo, there's some sick beat, but people wouldn't notice if you don't bring it to them at the end of the day. And I think Bruce Gwen is a phenomenal music producer, video producer, content. Bruce
creates
it, and this is just the like level of talent that we have in Cayman. Not to say that, you know, it isn't there. It is there, and I know that, you know, it is something that you have, and I know you probably did you take music class seriously in high school?
No.
One of them.
No.
Music, I was like
no.
What they were teaching me just wasn't making sense, but it just didn't resonate with me. So do you listen to like dancehall, soca?
Yeah.
If dancehall, is there a dancehall artist that you kind of think is popping or is up and coming?
Oh boy. I mean, Shensia is pretty good.
Oh, she bad.
But that song is kind of
trash.
Yeah. I don't think she should have went with that one.
Artists try different things to sustain themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
To kind of like reinvent themselves. And every artist tries something new here and there. But Diante, what do you do personally outside of music? Because I know we all have personal life, but I know we tend to keep it a bit sheltered, you know, from the public side. Because you know, this is a small island.
Yeah.
Everybody make a point.
Yeah.
And you know, have you been able to really like invest a lot of time in your personal side of things? Meaning whether that's like, I don't know, when you're an artist, you can always be on the go, and sometimes being on the go so much can mean that you forget to take care of yourself. You know, be happy because it just becomes a bit much. Whether it is that you're starting out, which I know you're not, but have you focused a little bit on that side a little bit more, or are you just focusing more on the music? Getting out more or less.
So when it comes to making music, right at this moment, it's more of a when I get the time to.
Yeah.
Because I'm focused more on my career, which is photography and videography.
Okay.
So I do have hella time to do a bunch of photography and videography. I'm working full time now. But when I do get into that creative process of music, everything is just flowing. So I'm able to like record 3 or 4 songs in one day.
Yeah. Do you have this like phase? I don't know. I've kind of experienced it. I wouldn't call myself an artist, but I have a phase where like, let you go through a situation. Let's say, from this side, we will say, you know, either I can't say entanglement. Let's say you're dealing with a shorty, right? And shorty just be busting, like she just tweaking, she just not understanding. So there's a lot going on, and I don't want to say break up, but is there a phase where like you kind of like it gets you in a spot where you can just create? It's like the equivalent of like I don't want to use the word. It's like having a high.
It's taking that energy that you should, or I should, but would have projected her in a negative way and putting it into your creativity.
Because you know, I wouldn't say that everybody's a musician. I think we are musical beings, and I think if we really tap into that musical side, you'd be able to create a song. Has any of your songs been about your exes?
Yes. I actually have one song that has the beginning of it of a voice note that my ex sent me.
Does she know?
Yes.
Is she upset about that?
No, she was upset, but then she was like, eh.
And it's released? Okay guys, we're going to put that song in this video, just so that you all can hear it and see. And plus, this is about promoting the car. Are you working on any new songs?
Oh yeah. I plan to do an EP this year. It'll be 7 songs on this one thing. It should be on Apple Music, Spotify, all that stuff.
Okay, and you've been generating sales because
yeah, I monetized. Yeah.
That's no congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a good thing because like I know when we talk about content creation in general to our parents, they're like, what is that? They think there's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
But guess what? That is not me.
We want to be CEOs here.
You know, everybody has the right CEO, and I think, you know, when navigating the business world, because you don't need a degree to actually be a CEO.
No.
You just need to have the know-how. You need to know how the system works, and you say, this is what I want to do. How has it been navigating the independence of being an artist? Because you would have seen certain artists. I know Beyonce when she was starting out. Whatever girls she was.
Yeah.
I don't know. They were with a company and they didn't get pretty much any money.
Right.
How have you maintained your like independence as an artist? Because I'm sure there are people that lobby you to say like, yo, sign my deal, right? What have you kind of done to like make sure you don't get your record messed up,
right?
Your creative rights, because that's really important.
So of course, naturally, you go and study what you are doing. So in terms of music and the industry of music, I did a lot of research on record labels. Record labels are literally basically a bank that loans you money that you have to pay back through royalties.
Yes.
Me personally, I would love to be an independent artist, make my own money, go straight to my account. If I need to do a concert, I invest my own money back, get it back, etc. I would never sign a deal. Never.
Did you sign a deal?
No. I was offered one, but
as somebody who does, I just find it very unfortunate that the powers that be do things to just benefit them, and they don't realize the detriment it causes the artist. And I think that is what I kind of like about Cayman. For the most part, our artists are independent. You know, I recall listening to Josh Pearl and Cottrell, because their music, you know, at the time was what was setting the trend, and it created that, you know, motivation where other young Caymanians could say, Pearl can do, I can do it. If Cottrell do it, I can do it. Iamdiante does it, I can do it. Miles Mason does it. Erica Sai, the whole list. The amount of people that we have with exceptional talent is crazy. But I know the previous governments or governments in past have not really been supporting what our nanas would say, the culture. Has that been frustrating for you in terms of like I don't know, a $500 grant could simply buy a phone where you could make music on? Do you think that's changing now with things that are going on, or do you think there's still time will tell?
I definitely think time will tell. I haven't really seen any kind of changes towards us as independent artists. My first performance was last year in October at the Lion Center, and that was something done by a birthday party celebration. So I personally don't think that the government will put in the money to say, okay, let's have a day for our locals to just come out, showcase their talent, blah blah.
Because, you know, honestly, what would be nice if government has, and I know government, we have festivals that go on, and we do highlight, you know, a couple artists, but there always seems to be a little bit of gatekeeping where it creates a little bit of rivalry, where I know I will mention the event, but it doesn't promote, you know, much Caymanian artists where like, oh, only one Caymanian artist can be a headliner, you know? Why don't we have an event where it's just Caymanian artists and they just go in and produce? I know we have Heart with Peter, but to be honest, that's not the same vibe and energy, because the vibe and energy that locals are looking for is that
like rolling out,
that rolling out. So anyway, we will see how that'll go at the end of the day. But have you ever thought of manage someone? Have you been approached? Have you been approached to manage someone?
No. Well, what I usually do is give people advice. I try not to be a person that manages. I'm still learning. I wouldn't want to put someone.
You learning, but guess what? You got the stats. You got numbers. But you got numbers to back up the stats at the end of the day.
I wouldn't want to bring someone on something that I'm still learning about. If I have a good enough knowledge, or at that point where I feel like, I know what I'm doing now, then I would do that. But now that I'm still learning, I wouldn't do it.
No, that's really good. I wouldn't mind no one. It takes a lot of patience when it comes to managing someone who wants their career to be successful. But you know, Deante, thank you so much for sitting down with me, guys. Hit up Deante. I'll put all his information in it, and y'all can reach out to him. Show him some love on Spotify and over all his platforms. Much Deante. Guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.